Hi everyone, welcome to the short vort for Parshat Shlach, the Parsha that features the story of the spies, which leads to the Jewish people who were the adults at that point, not being able to enter the land of Israel. But there are two exceptions of those who are able to enter the land of Israel from that generation, and that is Calev and Yehoshua. They were the two spies who came back with a positive report, who countered what the other spies had to say and what everyone else seemed to want to believe, which was what the 10 spies had said, that there was no future for the Jewish people in the homeland of the Jewish people. No chance we can overcome with the challenges that lay ahead. And when it describes in the Torah what God understood as the success of Calev in standing up to everybody else, the Torah says, "V'avdi Calev hayta ruach acheret imo." Calev is described as having been able to do what he did because he had another spirit with him. And the question is, what is that other spirit? How did he have the guts to be the one to speak up? Remember, it was him, not Yehoshua at first, who speaks up. Calev is the one who quiets the crowd and gets everyone to listen. Now, they might not ultimately listen to him, but how does he have the courage to speak up and speak out? So the Gemara says, quoting Rava in Masechet Sota, that what happened was that he left the Meraglim for a little bit when they were in the land of Israel, and he ended up in Hebron, which actually the Torah says that he went to Hebron. There's a whole drasha over there for that. But the Medrash envisions that Calev went to Hebron to pray at the site of the graves of our ancestors, of Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, and Leah, and because he went there, he had another ruach. He had a different spirit about him. That's beautiful. He went there and he changed, or at least he got more courage. But what does that really mean? What does this midrashic teaching even mean? And I want to suggest the following: when he goes to the Kivrei Avot and he davens there, as the Gemara says, Avotai bakshu alai rachamim, he requests from the forefathers and the foremothers that they should. He says, ask for mercy from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that I should be saved from what they're trying to do, the other spies. I shouldn't get ensnared in what they're trying to do. And the reason this is called a Ruach Acheret, and that it comes from here, is because he connects with his history. He connects with his family's history, with the Jewish people's history. That generation, they never lived in Israel, they never were out in Israel. But he took the time to go to a place that no one in that generation had been. We've always heard about Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and Sarah, Rivka, and Leah. He went to go see their grave. And he wanted to connect with Jewish history. And once he connected with Jewish history, that was the moment from then on that he knew he wasn't going to be caught up in what the other spies wanted to do. And that's why he has the guts and the courage to say, Ki yachol nuchala. No, they're wrong, because we can overcome the challenges ahead of us. And it's a lesson for all of us. If we want to understand how we overcome the challenges of today, that the Jewish people, that the state of Israel face today, knowing our history is of vital importance. It's a plug to learn Tanakh, for sure, to learn our history, our most sacred texts, so that we are connected with them and understand where the Jewish people have been, when we were there, etc., connecting to our heritage, but also knowing our history after that, after the last page of Tanakh. Understanding the whole picture of Jewish history is the best way that we feel empowered to speak up for the Jewish future. That is the case for today. It is not easy to speak about the Jew. It's not always easy to advocate, but we understand our history. If we understand our history, we understand why we do it and how important it is. And we should all try to tap into our Ruach HaCheret, or find that Ruach HaCheret of connecting to our Jewish heritage, again, through Tanakh and through knowing other parts of Jewish history, knowing our own personal family history is incredibly and vitally important, because when we understand that past, when we understand where we've come from, then we understand what we are fighting for today, what we are advocating for today, and hopefully, Bezrat Hashem, allowing the Jewish people to have an amazing and incredible future ahead of us. Shabbat Shalom to everyone.